You know, when I reviewed Fate Extella Link for the Vita, I'm glad a bunch of you guys came out and wanted me to do a comparison video or another review for the Nintendo Switch version. Honestly, I wanted to get the Switch version myself, and well, here we are. Do note that this will be a sort of mini review or comparison video. As such, I'll mostly be talking about what's different between the two versions instead of all the content that's the same between all versions of the game. If you want to hear about the story or gameplay mechanics, then check out my original review for the Vita and PS TV version of the game, which I'll link to down below. But here is my review, or technical comparison, or mini review, or whatever you want to call it, for Fate Extella Link on the Nintendo Switch. First, let's talk about gameplay. The two major differences between the Switch and the Vita versions of this game have to do with character costumes and game modes. The bigger of the two is the fact that the Nintendo Switch version has a multiplayer mode in it and the PlayStation Vita version does not. If you play on the Vita and PlayStation TV, you've only got single player, but with the Switch, you've got local and online co-op and PvP. And when it comes to costumes, there are a lot of giant chibi versions of the main cast that are only available on the Nintendo Switch. A few of these are built into the main game and some of them are DLC. The rest of the gameplay is pretty much the same. The only two differences were the fact that the Switch has multiplayer, the Vita doesn't, and the Switch has those exclusive chibi costumes. Now let's go into presentation, which is probably why you're watching this video. The graphics and the performance of the Vita version were lacking quite a bit. The Nintendo Switch version is significantly better. When it comes to visuals, none of the colors are washed out. There are some jagged edges on the character models in handheld mode, but there's just a lot more detail and depth here. Performance is significantly better as well. The Vita version has a lot of slowdown and frame drops in almost every fight that you go throughout the story campaign. On the Switch version, it's nice and smooth from start to finish. And finally, let's talk about battery life, which has improved a bit since Fate Extella. Fate Extella Link has a battery range of 3 hours and 15 minutes on high settings, up to 4 hours and 20 minutes on low settings. It hasn't improved a lot, but that's still a good 20 to 30 minutes higher than the original game had. So, in conclusion of this comparison, the Nintendo Switch version of this game is better in almost every way. There are a few jagged edges on the character models instead of the forced smoothing from the Vita version, but it looks better, plays smoother, and has more content that the Vita version had taken out. And in terms of rating, my 6.5 out of 10 for the Vita version would easily go up to an 8 out of 10 for the Switch version. Thanks for watching this video, and have a great day.